The kicker, Chase McLaughlin, will get this one started. And off we go from Glendale. Jones now on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So out comes the Arizona offense for the first time. And here is Kyler Murray, the #1 overall pick in 2019, to lead them.
If his preparation for this game is any indication of how he's going to perform today, Mike, they're going to be hard to beat. He played really well last week, but when we talked to his coaches, they told us, they're like, he has lived here all week. He has taken his level of play even up another notch. And if he can continue to operate this system, continue to get all of his weapons involved, this leadership, this ability to lead by example, it's going to rub off on the rest of this offense. I think they're going to have a good chance of changing from last week's loss to coming away today with a victory.
Murray now to throw on first down. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, it's Murray. Got a man downfield. It's Wilson. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now Murray. What a great gainer that is. He runs it down to the 5.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have 1st and goal. It's a nice job here defensively. Down here tight, it's easy to be so concerned about stopping the pass that you lose sight of the quarterback when he decides to become a runner. Not the case here. Picks up a little positive yardage, sets up 2nd and goal.
To the goal line and in. Trey McBride. Touchdown, Arizona. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. He fields it at the 8. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. So the Tampa Bay offense set to work for the first time in this one. And they're led by the #1 overall pick back in 2018. Greg, it is Baker Mayfield at quarterback.
There wasn't really anything fancy about the performance in last week's win, Mike. I mean, he had the one interception. He would clearly like to have that one back. But for the most part, thought he did a nice job keeping the ball out of harm's way. However, it's clear after reviewing the film, he left a lot of opportunities out there. I think there was a lot of meat left on that bone. The 2 touchdown passes, those were great. But if he's going to continue to lead his team to more wins in the future, he has to do a better job identifying those mismatches, finding those opportunities, and when they present themselves, he's got to take it.
Quick throw, taken in.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a first down to go with it.
These are the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here comes Otten in motion. Off the play fake. It's Mayfield. That's caught left side by Otten. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a 1st down.
They face 2nd down and 7. Here comes Otten in motion. On play action, Mayfield. Get this complete right side to Otten. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Mayfield. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Mike Evans. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
McLaughlin, good on the extra point. And the Buccaneers come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. To return is Greg Dortch. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Cards offense and Kyler Murray set to take over once again. And he continues to show off his ability to run with the football when the situation calls for it. He is the NFL's leader in rush yards at the quarterback position. They'll run first carry of the game for Trey Benson. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game.
The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Encroachment, defense. Still 2nd down.
Out of the pistol, it's Murray. Taking off. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that 1st down. Now a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for this with Connor. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Buccaneers offense ready to take over for their second possession. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. That's caught. It's Bucky Irving.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
That's thrown quickly, taken in by Godwin.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Pickup of 11 yards on that one. It's a 1st down for Tampa Bay. Tight end going in motion here. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. He's going to run it. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way. 2nd down and 3. Baker going to hand it to White. And it's a short pickup to about the 42. Josh Sweat there on the tackle. 3rd and a yard. Baker going to give it to Irving. And he's going to have a Buccaneers 1st down. They get 5 on 3rd and 1. A touchdown apiece here in the 1st quarter of play. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. Greg and I back here in Glendale after this. So, a pair of 1st downs moves them out to the 47-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
From the gun on 3rd down, it's me. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Garrett Williams. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. They'll start in outstanding field position, looking for a way to break our tie. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play. They'll try and run here with Benson. And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal. Some good running there. Gets them down to about the 2-yard line.
A huge advantage to red zone offense is the ability to run the ball. In this case, I thought he was going to score. He takes it all the way down inside the 2, sets up 1st and goal.
Here's Murray to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot. It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal. That 3rd down stop, Mike, now changes the entire approach of this offense. You're thinking to yourself, all right, it's 3rd down. Let's run it on up in there. If we don't score, we still have 4th down in our back pocket. But now the defense takes you back for a loss. So what do you do now?
Ryland's kick is good. And the Cardinals will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
The Bucs offense ready to get back at it. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. On 1st down is Mayfield. Short pass taken in by the tight end. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They send Godwin in motion. A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. It's complete to Evans. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Here's Mayfield. Right back to Evans. He's got it again. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Mayfield to throw it here on 1st down. And that one incomplete. Chris Godwin, the receiver he was looking for. And it'll bring up 2nd down. To throw is Mayfield. Throwing right, it's taken in. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Now some movement up front. Flags down. Mistake-filled 1st half continues. A give. This is Irvin. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. So they go backwards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 13. They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. On 2nd down, Baker. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's White. And strong running in deep. Inside the 10-yard line, a gain of 9 on the carry. 2nd and a yard. They send the tight end in motion. On 2nd down, a run with Irving. And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. He'll run with White. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Rashad White. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. Dortch now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Cardinals offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense has to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in the first half that has really given them fits. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout. It is 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Murray. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
A fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. The Buccaneers offense and running back Rashad White ready for this next possession. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. A pass pulled in by Irving. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. A gain of 14. Good for a quick 1st down. Baker to throw. Now, screen set up for Irving. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. Mayfield. Godwin working the right side. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can.
That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Cardinals will take over possession here at the 44.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
The Cardinals offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. That ball caught. It's Zay Jones. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Murray. Off he goes. Now a timeout charge to Arizona. That is their 2nd as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Out of the gun, it's Murray. And this time the rush gets home, and down he goes.
I think the most frustrating element to all of this is when you look downfield, there's guys open. There's plays to be made downfield in the passing game, but quite frankly, the pass protection has just been so bad that they haven't been able to take advantage of any of it.
That's taken in by the running back, Benson. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. Now Murray on 3rd and long. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
So we've reached halftime here, and the visiting Buccaneers have the advantage. As we send you to Orlando, going to check in with the coach, Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
These two teams ready for the second half, and so are we. So let's get you back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. This fielded at about the 9. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense going to have the first crack at it as we begin this 3rd quarter. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Mayfield. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And a good run there on 2nd down. A pickup of 7. It'll bring up 3rd and 3. They'll go again here with Irving. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Cardinals offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Now Murray keeping it himself. Oh, a loose football. The Bucs have it.
You know, it's amazing, Mike, that guys still end up fumbling the ball because I can tell you from experience, the first 15 minutes of every offensive practice is ball security circuit, and that could be a combination of multiple things. How to go to the ground without getting loose to the ball, almost like the art of falling. It could be running over bags or through bags as guys take swats at the ball trying to knock it out. There are so many ways to simulate what the game is like because at the end of the day, if you want to win in the NFL, Protecting the ball is the #1 priority, and it cannot be stressed enough.
On the ground, it's Irvin. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. Off the play fake. It's Mayfield. That's caught left side by Otten. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
From the 1-yard line, first down and goal. He'll try to run with White. He slams it in there, and he is in. Rashad White. Touchdown, Tampa. 2nd touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. He's got it. And the Bucs are out to a 21-10 lead. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. Jones now on the return. They'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. The home team's offense about ready to take over once more. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage.
And he's going to take this one all the way. 78 yards. Touchdown, Arizona. So, Murray and the Cardinals come to the line. They'll try to add 2. They'll run with Benson. Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stop him short. No gain.
I don't love the call. I mean, all week you practice these gotta-have-it plays. Every call sheet, Mike, has 3 or 4 plays that are down here in the goal line that could also be used as 2-point plays. I think to simply turn it around and just hand the ball to your running back, got to be a little bit more creative. That's a big missed opportunity.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Baker Mayfield and the Bucs ready to get back to work. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. That's over the middle of the tight end, Otten. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down. Throwing is Mayfield. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Garrett Williams.
A lot of defenses will try to isolate the best receiver, Mike, and say, okay, we're going to take him out of the game. Well, I think in this case, we might see the offense do the exact same thing. They might take this one particular defender into pass coverage and say, we are not going to throw his way. He's already gotten me twice. I'm not going to let him get me again.
The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And I want to take you through the highlights here. They have been plentiful from the quarterback position. Has the offense running at a high efficiency throughout, And we'll try to sustain it here down the stretch. Here's 1st and 10. On the zone read, a give to Benson. He'll take this down to the 43, a short pickup there. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Murray. Got a man downfield. It's Wilson. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. Connor going to try to bull his way in. And this one ruined quickly. Take him back to the 5-yard line.
You find yourself as a play caller saying, all right, I only got to get 1 yard and I got multiple plays to do it. What you don't plan for is all of a sudden you're going to go backwards and it changes the entire approach.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Kyler Murray. Touchdown, Cardinals. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
That is incomplete, and the 2-point conversion is unsuccessful.
Anytime you fail on a 2-point try, there's always going to be second guessing about whether that was the right play call. In this case, they decided to throw the ball, which I like. They just need better execution, and they end up coming up a little short.
This one taken at the 7. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Buccaneers offense and Baker Mayfield ready for their next possession. And the turnovers have really been the story here. Take you back through the actually the lowlights in this one. Not a lot of positives when you have a 3-interception game under pressure all game long. The secondary feasting on his passage. On 1st down, here's Irving. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Adrian Taylor Demerson on the tackle. Here comes Otten in motion. Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that 2nd down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3-and-out, they better hold up here in pass protection. I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
The home team's offense and receiver Michael Wilson headed back onto the field. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. They'll start out with a run, and it's Benson. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. To throw is Murray. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. The Cardinals line up for a punt. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The visitors' offense and their running back, Bucky Irving, ready to hit the field again. The deficit is 1, as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. One of the tight ends motions right. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
As this offense continues to try to find its way out of this hole, things are going to just continue to get more difficult if they can't protect the passer. The longer you trail, the more the defense knows you need to throw the ball, and they're going to have to protect their quarterback a lot better than they did there.
Second down throw for Mayfield. This one on target to Godwin.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. It's a zone read, and Murray hanging on to it. And maybe the quarterback should have given that one away. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Murray to throw. He'll run again. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Working out of the gun, Murray. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's going to be running out of bounds, but not until he gets down to the 40-yard line. A pickup there of 25 yards. It's an Arizona 1st down.
At this point, it just gets frustrating for the defense, right? I mean, you've been watching this guy make big play after big play all game long, not only on the quarterback-designed runs, but it's the scrambles that can really break the back of a defense, and we saw it again here.
We'll try to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
They put Wilson in motion. Throwing now, Murray on 1st down. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Murray going to hand this to Benson. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Now Murray. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
So out is Chad Ryland in a big spot here. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal. This one has plenty of leg, and it is good. So it is still a one-score game, but a little more breathing room now. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 2. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Throwing is Baker. It's complete to Evans. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. Here comes Otten in motion. On 2nd down, Baker. Now he'll run it. And that's a veteran quarterback doing what veterans do. Don't take the extra hit. Got the 1st down, get down. The drive continues. They go play action with Mayfield. And that time, the pressure too much. He'll go down.
What really stood out about that last play is the job the quarterback did keeping his eyes downfield despite the pocket collapsing around him. He was able to shake off that first guy, but by the time he did, allowed the rest of that rush to get home, and they were able to clean things up.
They need one right now. 3rd and long. Now, screen set up for Irving. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. Kicking time for the Bucs. They'll punch it away. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. The Cards offense ready to get back at it. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. He'll take a shot, looking for Wilson. That'll be batted away, incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Murray. And this ball batted away and incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And he's very close to a 1st down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short. The Cardinals lining up for a punt as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Buccaneers offense headed back to take over once more. They'll start out 1st down and 10. To throw is Mayfield. A throw on the move is caught. And he's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. Mayfield. A short one there to Otten. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. From the gun, it's Mayfield. A pass pulled in by Irving. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. It is 2nd and a yard. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. To the left side, to Godwin. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. 11 yards on the connection there. Good for a Buccaneers first down. They'll drop to throw. Throwing right, it's taken in. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. Now Mayfield got his man at the 6. And he's in. Mike Evans. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead.
And here's a great example, Mike, of how experience and having some veteran players at these key spots, they can work so well together. The whole idea is you need to see the game through the eyes of the quarterback, and I think that's what the receiver did such a nice job in. He was on time, he was accurate, and you never fool your quarterback. When you have 2 guys like this that are operating on the same page, you can see the result.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Dortch now to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the 2 sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. That's caught over the middle. It's Wilson. Arizona will take its first timeout. Clock will stop. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. That's caught downfield by McBride. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down. Now a timeout charge to Arizona. That is their 2nd. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Murray. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. So out is Chad Ryland in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime. So now out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This one he's got to have. And this one is off the mark. It is no good. And that may have just written a finish to this one.
Well, that's just part of the game, unfortunately. You work hard to get yourself in position that you can tie it late with a field goal. But he just can't connect, and that's just a tough way to lose a game. There's no doubt about it.
The Bucs offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. Cards going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So, a win here for the visiting Bucs. And it is their third consecutive victory. They continue to play great football here in this latest stretch. So, that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long.